We're jumping into this one as we sail around the Italian islands and the Gulf of Napoli. There's nothing better than exploring the warm Mediterranean waters with a beautiful crew like this. We sail to and anchor off the fortress island known as Catello Aragonese. We head in to explore the castle and find some, shall we say, medieval torture devices and the Throne of Death.
When you're numb to the touch, you cannot chase this ghost away.
A nice night here in Procida. We didn't really get here early enough to do much of the stuff on the island. There is like a beach over there. I remember being here last time, so I was here before. But there's a beach over there, some beach bars. We didn't get to do that, but we're going to head out today now. It's about 11:30. We're going to head just a couple miles over to Oschia, where they have the Catello Aragonese. So we're going to go do lunch over there, tour the castle. It's a really interesting castle with a lot of interesting facts about it. So I'll give you some of that. And then we're going to move around to the marina on the other side of Oschia and have some fun tonight. So starting the engines now. We'd spent the previous night moored on the island of Procida.
And every single scar that you claim is a stone in the park.
Let's pull the fenders over for now.
And every single
Unlike the Caribbean, where most boats anchor out overnight, in the Med, most of the boats come in and moor for the evening.
head on me, lay your head on me, lay your head on me.
There was very little wind and we were only going about 3 miles, so we decided to roll out the head sail.
Don't be afraid of love.
120 pounds before pull this thing out.
The jib furler was really stiff, so we sent Judith up front to help unfurl it.
And I can see it in your eyes, love. And your secret is not safe.
There was barely enough wind to keep the sail full.
Been through the night with your powder mind, but don't cover up your scars for me. And every single choice
While we were sailing at less than 2 knots, the girls decided to get in some yoga.
path to this place, and every single cut that you claim has led you this way. Lay your head on me.
All right, and what are we doing?
Well, the wind that we made went away, so we had bad vibes. Now
Oh,
we're gonna put the sail away, run the engine.
and back to motoring. It was fun while it lasted, everyone. How close is this? Can you see up my nostrils?
Kind of makes me want to
Yeah, you kind of can. That's good.
Don't get that close.
What?
Don't you see this beautiful baby skin?
You're not even centered here. There we go.
It's too close.
Is it?
It's no. Is it fine now? How do I look?
That's just good. I think this is just like, that's your angle right there.
A few minutes later, we pulled up to the island fortress of Catello Aragonese.
Don't be afraid of love.
The first castle on the island was built in 474 BC and then captured by the Romans in the 3rd century BC. The castle was nearly destroyed in the early 1800s while held by the French and shelled by the British.
Down the long night, waiting for
Most recently in the middle 1800s, it was used as a prison before being bought by a private buyer in the 1920s.
okay, it's alright. Just lay your head on me.
It's easy to see why the island was such a strategic military stronghold. Limited access by land and 360-degree views of the sea.
Don't be afraid of love.
Let's see it.
I'm a little scared. It's a little cold, but I think it'll be all right. That's not bad. It's
Not bad.
refreshing.
Ah!
I mean, it's a little cooler than I like, but feels good. Whew. Hey, the hole in this boat's clean.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Where else but the Med can you jump off your boat and swim under the shadow of a castle? The ladies are all getting ready. You look beautiful as usual.
Thank you, you too.
Wow, very, very beautiful. All right, we're waiting on a water taxi to pick us up, and we're headed to lunch. So we're gonna go to lunch at one of the resorts on the rocks, really pretty, and then we're gonna take another water taxi over to the Catello Aragonese, and then. One thing I really wasn't happy about with this boat is that it came with only a 4-person dinghy with a 2-horsepower motor, so it was easier to get around by water taxi.
Tell me to stop, but I keep on going. Tell me to stop, but I keep on going. Keep on, keep on, keep on. You'll never stop this day. I will never let you go.
We enjoyed the taxi ride as we headed into lunch.
Maybe by now you should know. You got your somebody calling. You think you're somebody, don't you? I think you're scared of keeping somebody close. You'll never stop this day. I will never let you go.
It was a beautiful view with our meal.
Or did I move too far? Is y'all too?
Saluti.
Saluti, Oschia.
We gotta come to you.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
I had everything, but it still went bad. Tell me to stop, but I keep on going. Tell me to stop, but I keep on going.
As we enjoyed our lunch, Ashley, our last crew member, arrived.
Keep on, keep on. You'll never stop this day. I will never.
All right, we have one more crew member. Say hello to Ashley.
Buongiorno.
You've seen her
pour some
before.
wine.
So.
Yes.
Yes, get her some wine.
Gotta give her some espresso.
How's it?
It's been a hike. She's eating her.
How's it? Oh, by the way, hang on. Wait a second.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a second.
Oh, hey, we got problems.
My bad. It's chaos here, guys. Absolute chaos.
All right.
And
Now
we're
we got-
good.
Oh.
Oh.
Everything's fine.
You'll never stop this day. I will never let you go.
After lunch, we dropped Ashley's bags off at the boat and then headed over to the castle.
Now you should know. You got your somebody calling. You think you're somebody, don't you? I think you're scared of keeping somebody close. You'll never stop this day.
All right, so the other girls decided they would walk, which 25-minute walk. So I think we definitely beat them here. So we might have to step at a cafe and have a cocktail while we wait on them.
Alrighty.
You ready for that?
Let the party begin.
Yeah, Ashley's here now.
Shots?
Shots?
Someone say shots?
Wait,
Is that
Mike, you haven't
Saturday?
met Smashley yet.
Oh, Smashley.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Indeed.
She's a person. She's a personality.
Ashley's here, but Smashley's
Smashley's not
delayed.
here yet.
Her flight's delayed.
We headed to a cafe for some wine and Yugo spritzes while we waited on the rest of the crew. With the rest of the crew arrived, we headed into the castle. Don't get run over.
That'd be fun. I'll do it for the channel. This is where we live.
Yeah.
We're dropping Bobby and we're moving into the castle. Sorry, Bobby. It was fun while it lasted.
Little she knows she could have become a nun here, and we're going to show her what nun life. We're going to show Alina.
This is what you're telling us about?
This is what nun life could have been for you.
Could you imagine if I were a nun? I think I'd be the perfect prime example of one.
You would be the worst nun I've ever met. Alright, so this is Catello Aragonese. So like kind of the whole thing is that it's one peninsula getting in here. So obviously if you're gonna attack, you either have to like come by sea or there's one little peninsula and there's only one way up into the castle, and they have some pretty good defenses. Like you'll see some places where they could drop oil on you and like boiling water and all that shit. So it would be very hard to.
So duck and cover?
Yeah, well, put somebody else in front of you.
You know what's crazy? My legs are already shaking from that 20-minute walk here.
You're out of
We
shape.
decided to walk like jackasses.
You're out of shape.
The tickets were €8 per person.
So this is one of those places right here. So this would be a funnel point. So like if you were attacking, that's where they would dump the hot oil on you as you were trying to come in through this wall.
Nice.
So then we could just tan right after because we already had like oil all over us?
Yeah.
Probably.
I think it's a little hotter oil than that. Yeah, trying to fight your way up this would be damn near impossible. So trying to, you know, breach the walls from the outside, like climb up vertical cliffs while they're throwing rocks and like shooting arrows at you, or fight your way up this while you're wearing armor and all that.
I have a feeling they didn't have these stairs conveniently laid.
I mean, they did, but...
You think they did?
Yeah, they did, but... I mean, you know, they're on top of you throwing rocks down at you as you're coming up. And oil and all this other crap.
Shooting?
Yeah, shooting at you. And
With arrows?
And you're coming uphill.
I think everyone's favorite exhibit was the medieval torture devices. Some of them look pretty dang cruel.
Chastity belt?
Oh, hey, now. Wow. Wait. So, someone read the English on this. Let's see.
I was a little scared by how excited Amanda was by that.
Souvenir from here. They have chastity belts.
No.
Change your size.
There's a, I
I quickly led everyone away and up to the rest of the castle.
This is the monastery area, so this is where the nuns, like the nunnery, whatever you want to call it. So we're gonna go down into the crypt here in a minute where, so back in the day, if you were the firstborn female of a prominent family, if you were just the firstborn and you were a female, they sent you off to a monastery to become a nun because they didn't want you to inherit the family fortune, they wanted their firstborn son. So the women would often be shipped off to a nunnery like this, and then we'll show you the crypt in a minute, which is really, really creepy. All right, so this is the creepy. So what they would do is, I don't know, remember exactly how many are down here, but there's like 10 or 12 of them, like thrones down here that have a hole in the bottom of them. And so when a nun died, they would put the nun on the throne, and underneath there they had a little vat that would collect her juices as she decomposed. And so they would just let her become a skeleton on the throne. And then, so then the present nuns that were still alive had to go in there an hour a day and meditate on the impermanence of life, and your body is just a vessel. So we'll go downstairs and check it out.
I'm down there already, so.
Yeah.
Did you cover the part where they got diseases down there?
Yeah.
Here, follow me. I come here every day.
Yeah.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Bye-bye.
We headed down into the tomb. I can't imagine how bad the smell was back in the day.
And this is where I sit every day.
Yeah, so just go ahead and sit on a throne.
I'm scared.
So, yeah. So you would...
Interesting.
Die first. I would die first, right?
You'd be dead first.
I'd be dead. Okay, so imagine me.
Oh, it's very cold in here.
But the thing is, if you look in, there's a hole in the bottom of these thrones where, like, as your juices decomposed, it would drop down into. And I don't know what they would do with those juices, but...
Probably dirty
Very bad
things.
things. But yeah, imagine coming in here and having to meditate in front of a dozen corpses that are in various decomposing states.
Where would you be meditating?
I mean, I'm sure somebody's into it.
Mike already
on your
smells
knees,
like
just sitting there.
Yeah, get on your knees.
But there should be A spots. I
Well,
want
I'm
to
sure
see.
there would be back
Are we
in the
gonna
day.
reenact
I'm
this,
sure there
or
would
what's
be.
happening?
Can you show us where would you personally like
Right in the middle.
meditate here?
I'm sure there was a carpet or a rug.
No, sorry, it's closed, it's closed. The museum is closed.
We're taking the boat and we're leaving.
You need to meditate.
I want to hear you back.
Ganism needs to happen. Because Amanda didn't sit on the throne.
The macabre aside, the whole castle is a beautiful spot. It would take you more than a couple hours to explore every little nook and cranny of the castle. They had a wine cellar, of course, and oddly next to that was the prison.
We're on top of the world, baby.
Okay, so pretty cool tour of Catello Aragonese. Hope you guys liked it. We're gonna head back to the boat now because it's already 5 o'clock and we need to get to the marina and check in and everything. So walk back down, get a water taxi, and then we'll be on our way.
We headed back down and to the water taxi dock.
Floats like a swan, grace on the water, lips like sugar, lips like sugar.
After a lot of walking and a tour like that, we were ready to jump in the water and cool off.
She glides across the water, she calls for you tonight to share this moonlight.
It was time for Alina to show off her acrobatic skills.
Good, I'm not gonna do that though, sorry. I can top that.
How are you?
After everyone cooled off, it was time to get moving.
Sugar kisses, sugar kisses. Just when you think she's yours, she's flown to other shores to laugh at.
It was just a few miles around the castle and over to the main town on Oschia.
To this lake, flow down the river.
The crew prepared the boat for med mooring.
It's like sugar, sugar kisses. Lips like sugar.
I backed the boat up while Amanda was there to throw lines and Mike was there to catch the sand line. The stern lines hold us to the dock while the sand line runs forward and holds us off the dock. The sand line is a heavy sinking line that attaches to a concrete block well out in front of the boat. The main town on Ischia is a busy one with frequent ferry boats.
She'll be my mirror, reflect what I am.
Sometimes the ferry boats can cause a bit of wake, but they aren't too bad about it. I've been in worse places.
And my Siamese twin, alone on the river, mirror kissing, mirror kissing. Lips like sugar, sugar kissing. Lips like sugar, sugar kissing.
One great thing about cruising in the Med is walking off the back of your boat and being surrounded by cafes. With the crew all dolled up, we headed into town to find a place for dinner.
Wait.
There you go. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, that's good.
How do you like it, Amanda?
It's good. Yeah, it's good. I need to try that bread too. Again.
Big boat rolling out. Is that for
Try your bread.
Yeah.
Cheers. Yes, we are.
Oh, but we sip it. We sip it.
No, don't sip it.
Don't sip it. Don't sip it. It's really not too bad. No, it's not bad. That's not bad. That's nice.
After dinner, we headed into town to see what kind of trouble we could find. The tide was up pretty high. I've not seen too many tides this high in the Med. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed to the channel to catch the next episode as we continue to cruise around Italy. Thank you to our patrons and channel members for making this possible. They get early access to the videos, bonus videos, and they make the music you're hearing possible on this channel.